I hope everything is okay though. You know what? Hold on, y'all. Listen, Valpal, listen to me. Okay, sorry, I had to make sure that I was screen recording. I will get back to you as soon as I'm done. Hi, Flyers. So I woke up on Sunday morning to about 7 inches of water in my living room. Okay, it's been fun. And I'll just leave it at that. Because first I had no power and no water, because obviously for safety reasons, they have to shut the power down as well. I have power. It blew my, y'all, just like, you know what happens when y'all get storms there, right? A busted pipe, yes. How everybody goes out and buys everything. Hi, Veda. Okay. Well, that happens here with the space heaters. I could not, hi Jenny, I hope you're feeling all right. I could not find, after my space heater, appreciate you, Steve. After my space heater blew in the socket, thank you, I need to get them done. I just started, I could not find a space, I still cannot find a fucking space heater, okay? It's been fun. It's been fun, okay? I got the last heated blanket that Target had. It's been fun, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I'm telling you now, if they don't come, like, I want out of this unit. There's no reason that I'm still in this unit, since there's like 300 units available. Fucking move me. We're gonna get moved. But yeah, it's been fun. What up, Jonny? Listen, I'm so fucking over it. Ash, you have no idea. You have no idea. You've been, oh, well, yeah, I know. And I was supposed to get back to you and I forgot, huh? I've been really busy. So that was my day Sunday, okay? Hi. I was done with it on Sunday for obvious reasons, but I'm still dealing with it. They're supposed to come today. There's something, I don't know anything about it. Oh no, Cindy, I would die. And because I'm on the ground floor, it's colder inside than outside yesterday anyway. Yeah, I need to move. You're right. You ain't wrong. I'm working on it. What up, JC? Yeah, I can't imagine, because the property manager won't even fucking answer me anymore, because I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. Move me. Take me somewhere else. I did. Kim, I have a lot of things that I haven't. Hi, Lily. I hope you're resting. I have a lot that I haven't gotten to, because I've been, hi Regina, I've been dealing with some things on my own. So all of my spare time is kind of going into that right now, if you know what I mean. I know that Lori Jones is desperately begging for me to pay attention to her. And it's like, are we good? Like, what is, okay, good. I'm good. Lily, she's been sick. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Listen to me. Hi, I promise you that I am sleeping at 5 in the morning. I am not coming into your live. Also, if anybody has screenshots of that chat and could get it to me, I would appreciate it. I appreciate you, Anne. I know everybody is sick, and now I'm getting sick because of the colds in the apartment. The chat that she says that I doxed Andy in. I don't think that Lori Jones knows what doxing is. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. But I don't do that. Nope. Even on people that I cover, I edit. I sure do. I don't think she knew that. I also don't think that she fully understands what doxing is. Doxing would be somebody taking personal, private information and then putting it on the internet. I've never done that, ever. Sorry. Hi, Big Banks. I hope you're doing all right. I have not. I know that she is legitimately begging for my attention, and I've talked to people privately, you know. First and foremost, she's getting my YouTube notifications. Shock. Thank you, Ash. I appreciate you. You always find the cute ones. Also, Andy, okay, has my phone number. He has my phone number. He could call me anytime he wanted to if he thought that I did that, which I'm pretty sure he knows I didn't. Okay. I think, I appreciate you, Stewie, that she's just begging for people to talk about her because she's fading into irrelevancy. Which leads me to my next topic. Okay. I am not happy about the Jay situation, the relinquishing of guardianship. All right. I had an idea about 2 weeks ago that I don't go into Lori's lives, and certainly not at 4 in the fucking morning. Like, no ma'am. Had I had the time, there was some ideas being kicked around on, I know y'all hate it, but I'm going to say it anyway, on the back end with the people that were involved with this stuff. And we were trying to, this is why I was running late, is because the cats were running amok. What up, Sin? We were trying to come up with a solution that would involve emancipation, right? Had I had the time, I don't, just so everybody understands that I don't have the time. I don't have the time to fundraise, put that money into a trust so that she could emancipate herself and support herself. I don't have the time to do that. So I didn't know that it was a right now thing. I appreciate you, Leslie. I didn't know that it was I'm doing this right now. I didn't know that it was something that I had to like kick into high gear. You know what I mean? It's not, but I feel really bad. I feel really bad. Yes, I feel really bad for her because again, she has to feel like she's not enough. And that really hurts my heart for her, you know? As far as her mother, it really hurts my heart for her because I know that she's been doing really well, and that's part of the problem too, and is that Lori wouldn't give those rights up easily because it's her money, right? It not because she can't fathom her life without her, it's because she gets money for her. The only way that I could see it working and her not going, Villain is losing her ever-loving shit at the top of the cat tree. So if you hear her, I do apologize. It would have been a fight. It would have been a fight. And I know that had I had the time, I could have helped with the financial side of it, but I don't have that. I don't have the time. And I don't know, it really makes me sad for her because she was doing really well. And I'm afraid of what's going to happen. Hi, Caddy. With the back thing. I know that people would help that, like, to support her. I know that. It is all about the money with Lori. But right now, like, we're kind of tired, right? Like, I don't have enough time. Hi, Vegas Amanda. I don't have enough time to get there. Right, she still has 1.5 years before she would age out. And that's another thing too. And you know, in one of the last lives that I did, I said I was frustrated, right? I said that I was frustrated because a lot of people did a lot of work, right? Just to get to this point, if you will, right? And I hate feeling like it's a waste of time. I hate feeling like everything is a waste of time. I don't like it. I personally, they are strict, you're right. I've gone from talking to people with, like, as far as like trust funds go, if I could, hi Kick Rocks, if I could raise the money and that go into a trust fund so that she could, I don't have time. That's just the truth of it. I don't have time. I would have needed a solid 6 months so that everything was covered, but there's not much that we could do, and it sucks, and I know that it sucks. I feel for her, right? And right, we've tried. There has not been a part of this that we have not tried to. If she gave her permission, she could go. You know, it's really sad to me. I don't like it. I don't like feeling like I wasted my time. I don't like feeling that other people wasted that time. He has, and I understand. I don't know why they're being so difficult about it, because it sucks, y'all. It sucks for her, and I just hope that. Hold on, what did that say? Right, boy, mama. I was looking into the legalities of it, and then before I knew it, it was filed. So I was trying to. I have people that I talk to that are in one profession or another profession. And generally, I could go to this one and go to that one and try to come up with something that'll fit, right? Whether it's financial people that are guardian ad litems. What we need is for her to speak to the guardian ad litem. And unfortunately, I don't know, like, if it's still not safe, right? Like, whether she goes back to Lori, which is, at least we know what's happening there, you know. But there are worse places than Lori's, and that's the truth of it. I'm not. Hi, JJ. So, like, I don't want to. At least we know what we're getting with Lori. If you know what I'm saying. I agree. I think that. I always tell people, no. I always tell people, hi, Sheba, when CPS comes in, right, if you have nothing to worry about, let them do their fucking jobs and let them go. Hi, oxymoron. And, right, and that should, like, that would be ideal, Pammy Cat, but I don't see her doing it. Hi, Luann. And it's unfortunate. It really does, like, hurt my heart for her. It's unfortunate. I agree, baby blue eyes. Linda Lou, same. You know, like, I haven't, and this is what people, like, I guess there's some confusion here. I haven't lived with my mother since I was 16. I went to boarding school. I came out at 18, and I've been on my own ever since. I don't, and it wasn't that my mom was abusive, right? But I think that Lori will challenge anything because it would affect her money. And yeah, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I've kind of been in a water bust, you know, like, that's all that was I've been dealing with, aside from, like, some personal things that I have going on. It's right, exactly. That's what I thought. Right, and exactly, Katie Lee, and I know that it's really unfortunate, right? That's an option, like Peace Corps type thing. I just don't know if she would do that, you know, and I think that's what's really unfortunate is that rent in Indiana is super cheap. It, like, in her area, like, it was doable. It was 100% doable that this community could have supplemented that income. You understand? It was very possible for me to get it done. I just don't have time. Hi. Sorry, I was distracted. Right, and I don't know, man. It really, but Andy knows I'm not doxing him. You know, Andy knows that I would not do that. So it's fucking strange. The emancipation in Indiana is really difficult. But again, it could be done. There's no time. There's no time. There's nothing. Listen, Lily. There's no time. I don't have time. And hi, Birdie. She knows that there are people that are speaking to her and trying to get a gauge on what she wants, and I think that we'll go from there. I think that it is hard, Pants. It is hard, but I do think that she does work, and that's what I meant by supplementing that income with the trust fund. Like there's not a part of this that we did not attempt to figure out. We don't have the time to make it happen. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. It sucks. And at least a 6 months, right. And I think that the court, hi Tara, I hope you're doing all right. I think that the court is being impossible as far as moving. Like, he requested to move for a reason, and that's a very real thing. Is you have to be able to support yourself, you have to be able to pay your bills, right? But at the same time, I also feel, this is just my opinion, if it were me in that situation, I would do anything that was available. I wouldn't limit myself to this or that, if that makes sense. I would just do anything that would have been right. Me either, Hello Kitty, but it is what it is, and it's just right. No Pants Penny, thank you for that segue. You could bet your fucking life, okay, that if I was selling my ass, I wouldn't have 20 fucking evictions. No, ma'am. I don't have any evictions, and I've never had to sell my ass. It's super weird. But it's fucking strange to me. Right, exactly. Hi, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. Actually, before I came live, I was getting all of my Mask Guy Jonny texts, because I find it very strange that he never told me he didn't want to hear it. In our text messages, he actually told me multiple times that it was fucked up that you were leaving me to clean up the mess. He sure did. He never told me not to talk to you about it. In fact, he was bringing me questions to answer. It's really sad. Also, right, that as well. I haven't dug into it all the way, but I don't find mold anywhere. So I find it really strange that there's supposed to be this court hearing, but there's no record of it. I appreciate y'all. Hi, Stevie. I'm not gonna stop until you paid these people back. It's pretty simple. Right. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. When you pay my friends back, then maybe I'll ease up a bit. What up, cookies? But for right now, I don't understand the way that Jonny, I didn't even watch all those videos to be fair. However, the parts of them that I did see, you're slandering me when you were coming to me for help, not the other way around. I didn't come to either of y'all for a fucking thing. Both of y'all came to me for help. Both of y'all. What? And I don't understand what people are not understanding. Right, Lily? What up, Kelly girl? I forgot it. My record is not John. All right? My record, okay? My record, I am not responsible for what other people, I know that people try to make it all my responsibility, okay? I know that y'all do. You want it to be me so bad. It's not. It's never gonna be me, okay? But if you think that you're over there talking about my ex's record, which not me, right? It's not me, okay? When you stole from people in fucking a year ago, you look crazy. You look insane. We're fans of accountability over here. I don't know if you missed that memo. Okay? Hi, Sherry. Okay? I don't know if y'all missed that memo. Okay? John's crimes were before I even met him. right? You know that, right? You know that I wasn't there for that. So, like, how is it my responsibility what somebody else did in their life before me? It's not. It's not. And exactly, it's the craziest shit. They try to draw this parallel, right? When she's held accountable for stealing from people while on probation, I'll let it go. It could be, hi, Rebecca May. It's not bad. You know what would be great if both of y'all got jobs and started paying people back around here? Problem solved. Imagine that. It's easy, right? Because I could promise you that if I'm out selling my ass, I don't owe people money. That's crazy. You're doing it wrong, bitch. The fuck? Well, like, if you're fucking selling your ass, all right, and you still gotta steal from people, you're doing it wrong. Yes, I can. Hold on. You're doing it wrong. The fuck? Linda Lou, listen, I support changed behavior. Yes. Hold on. Interesting. Are you here? The person that just texted me, are you here? I will show them. She did give me permission to share them. But is she here? Right, and listen, it is fucking wild to me that you're gonna get on this motherfucker with your, well, I don't want to say with your whole chest because, like, the mask and stuff, right? And talk about me, okay? When she's selling her ass, got on this bitch a fucking week ago and said it was you that was abusive, it was you that was getting high. You're gonna do that? Hi, sassy girl. Bear with me, I will get them. That's fucking wild to me. Mask guy Jonny. One of Johnny's family members did commented on her videos. They were deleted and she was blocked in seconds. Record timing, bitch. Okay? So, she left this on Facebook. Okay? You have until later this afternoon to call me. Kelly Tucker can block me on everything all she wants. Do not make me drive to Georgia. This is bullshit. You're letting this stupid female embarrass you, which ends up embarrassing all of us. Stop being an idiot. Stop being weak-minded and letting a narcissistic female abuse you once again. I've never been wrong about anybody you've brought around. This one is the worst. Hi, Anna. And you're completely falling for it. You have no contact with your family. You're screwing up and you're screwing up bad. And since you're making an ass out of yourself on her TikTok page, I'll make one out of you here. For the real people that know you to see. You're embarrassing myself and you're absolutely embarrassing my grandparents. I'll be damned if I keep quiet about it. Kelly sucks. You know it. I know it. She knows it. Get your head out of your ass, find a phone, and call one of us, okay? The day that Jonny posted those videos talking about me and whatever, and the ones that JJ reposted, was his grandmother's birthday. It's not gonna make a difference. I don't know when you're gonna understand that. It was his grandmother's birthday. His deceased grandmother, wild. So that was that. Okay. The comments that she left on on Kelly's videos. Clearly you're manipulating him if he's standing up for you after you put it all over the internet that he's an abuser. Did we forget that? Like, this is what blows my mind about people, all right? Is that they don't realize that, like, everybody watched it, right? They think that if they gaslight and lie about it, nobody's going to pick it up. Nobody's going to realize, right? Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Heather B. Jonathan needs to contact his damn family. You just put out a huge 4-part video bashing him and calling him an abuser, and now you're posting this. His family that you must forget about is worried about him. I personally don't think he's safe, and I don't think you're a good person. This is manipulation at his finest. So he reaches out, or we have decided as a family we'll be sending lots and lots of welfare checks. Somebody in the comments, okay, says, I thought you said he abused you. Truly, shrug emoji, okay? So she responds, she's lying. I promise you that. This is a total shit show. He's down there with nobody but her. He only calls his family when he's trying to get away, but then he's talked back into saying, well, that's weird. That's weird. Isn't that what you did with me? It's almost like when you get, I'm talking to you, Johnny, when you get a moment of clarity, okay, you reach out to us, not the other way around. You come to us. There she is. There she is. Can somebody pin her? Okay. We're not doing this. You do this. You hit us up and say you want to leave. She's using. You don't want anything to do with this. You do that. Okay? Sorry. His family, but then it's unhealthy and it's downright fucking weird. And after those videos of her lying on him, now he's defending her. Let's just say his family sees right through this shit. I'm sure I'll be blocked and he won't be allowed to talk to me after these comments. But what they don't want is me stepping in, because I'll release all the shit I personally have myself. I'm sure she will call the law on me, her and her fake ass attorney. Jonathan, call your family. Okay? So you mean to tell me, sorry. You mean to tell me that you reach out to me when you need help? Thank you. You reach out to your family when you need help, okay? But then you turn around and you slander us publicly after she slanders you? And you know what? I was going through my text messages with Jonny today, like right before I came live. Yeah, there's no attorney. Right before I came live, right? And when this first started popping off, you knew. And I was, you even said in the text messages, I appreciate you for being a good friend to me. So when the fuck did you tell me to stop bringing you stuff? Because that never happened. I was trying to make you aware so that you could get the fuck up out of there, which also shows in our text messages. Hi, simply just me. I don't understand it. I understand that when we're in addiction and we're having, I'm telling you, and when you're not, hold on. Did you just text him? Sorry. I forgot. He's been off it out. And I also want to make this clear because I have commented it a couple of times. I was never giving him cash. I would have helped him out. I would have gotten him a hotel, which you see in our text message I offer. I would have gotten him a bus ticket. I would have paid for him to get an Uber to the airport. I would have bought a plane ticket. I was not giving him cash. There were people around me while these conversations that were going on that are very well aware that I was not going to give cash. I was not comfortable at that point in time doing it. And I also, after the second or third time it happened, that's what I felt like. I felt like he was trying to see if I was going to give cash, and I wouldn't have. I'm sorry. You want me to read these? It's sad. It really breaks my heart for Jonny, especially when I was reading, like going through our text messages. I do, and that's really sad. Because the Jonny that I know, this would not be happening. And I don't say that lightly. And I actually had that conversation with Lara the other day. Where I said, like, he's got to get the fuck out of here before he winds up dead. And that's a harsh comment to make, but it's the fucking truth. It's the truth. If you are using in today's day and age, okay, it is Russian roulette every single time you pick up. And the Jonny that I'm seeing do this shit, that is not the Jonny that I was friends with. And I said it in my last live, and she doesn't give a single fuck about him. She doesn't. That's the reality of it. Okay? And I feel bad that he is allowing her to manipulate him. And that's why, if you see in my, in the video that I posted of our messages, you see me say, block her and keep it fucking moving. Because when you have that type of relationship with somebody, right, you need a clean break, all right? And then you have to, as long as you leave that line of communication open, you're leaving yourself open to manipulation. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Sorry, I got distracted. This is Lara. Lara is Johnny's niece. Okay. This is her message to Kelly on Facebook because she keeps blocking her. Okay. Virgo, I listen, it truly is. No contact is difficult. It's not easy, but in this type of situation, it is the only way. It is the only way. Okay. Ready? Jonathan needs to call his fucking Jonathan needs to call his family, and I'm not fucking joking. Block me all you want. I don't give a fuck. You're nothing to me. But the manipulation and lies that you're filling his head with, and I know you're both using. This shit ain't going down on my watch. You've turned him against all of us, and he's gonna end up dead because of you. He either picks up the phone and calls, or I'll be down there to collect him in the next few weeks. This isn't a joke. This isn't a joke anymore, and this isn't for TikTok views. You're a shitty ass person. You spread lies on him, then manipulate him into thinking you're this great person. Bullshit. I see right through it. I'm sorry. I see right through you. Yeah, I do. My dying uncle is worried sick about his brother, crying constantly over the fear of what's going on down there. He may be in Georgia, and you may think he's alone, but he's not. Have somebody call him. Call today. Okay? My grandparents better never come out of your crusty mouth again in any way, shape, or form. And he better never make a comment about my grandmother's death on the fucking internet again. He made that a public situation that never needed to hit all of y'all's internet bullshit. You moronic fucks forget that there's real life and real people you're hurting. What about Jonathan's children? Did your slow thieving ass forget his kids are on the internet and you just painted that father as a fucking abuser towards women and children, as if we don't know him, didn't see all of his past relationships and how they went down? How do you think his kids feel seeing you have him dragged all over the internet? Just because you want your kids to see your shit all over the internet, his don't want that. You're embarrassing. He's embarrassing the fuck out of every one of us, allowing you to pull his. It just says pull this. He's embarrassed. I'm sorry. He needs to bring his ass home and get help up here. He needs to be with people that actually care about him. Sorry, hold on, because I had to change screenshots. He needs to be with people that actually care about him, not a fucking weird bitch that manipulated him and used his vulnerability to pull some kind of fucking weird scheme. I know for a fact every time he tried to come home, you manipulated him. He sent me all the screenshots, all the texts, all the shit that's gone on. Then suddenly he just stops talking to me. Ironic, huh? Do you think I don't know that's because you turned him against all of us? I'm not dumb, bitch. So don't try to insult my intelligence when you make your little videos. I know, it's sad. This is real life, sweetness. I'm not into the whole internet broadcasting shit, but I promise you don't want me stepping into your world, and neither does he. I love my uncle to death, and I don't want anything bad to happen to him. Fucking with you, something bad will happen. We all know it. We all see it. Stop keeping him from his family. Stop being a manipulative cuntbag, and stop putting everyone on the fucking internet. He won't reach, I'm sorry, I gotta change, I'm sorry. He won't reach out to me because I already know you've turned him, but he should at least call his sister who's been trying to reach him. Also, if my name comes up in your videos in any way, I'll be suing. You don't have my permission, but I will give that permission to others if need be, and I actually have a job. I don't post naked pics for money. My attorneys are 100% legit. I won't need to get the internet involved to come after you. Stay blessed. Stop using my uncle for fucking views and stop embarrassing my family. He did lose his mom, and I really believe that she used that vulnerability, and it's just been a thing. It's really sad, and I really worry about Jonny. I really, and people are gonna say I really don't care about what happens to Kelly. She is nothing but a piece of absolute dog shit. Hi, Raquel. She's in the chat. Lara is Jonny's niece. And they've been really close. Kelly just keeps blocking her. I do. I feel that way. And I'll tell you why. There were several other people that Jonny was talking to on the back end, right? We know about Nicole. There are a couple of others. If they want to say who they are, they can. But Kelly manipulates. That's just the truth of it. He has hit me up probably when this stuff first started coming out, right, in June, okay? I was talking to him, and he was, like, beside himself. He didn't know that she was actively using until he got there. So imagine, right, exactly. Imagine, right, she isolated him from everybody, all right? My Discord server, my paid sub Discord server, those were his friends, all right? And when he's away from her, he does, like, there's like a crack there, and he sees it. He does see it. And that's when he reaches out to me, reaches out to her, somebody else. It happens. But then the second that he talks to her, she melts his fucking mind to go right back. Right, same. And it's really unfortunate. I've always known Jonny to work. I know that this current eviction is in his name. I know that. I just don't know. No, I don't. I think that if he was, he wouldn't be acting like this. And I'm sure that has something to do with it. But unfortunately, right, this is, it's really sad, all right? Nobody, like, yeah. That's why she says she's moving. They were evicted again. Hi, Jerry. And I believe that he needs mental health help. I do believe that, right? However, I think that she's using, I hope that in that mental health help, that he could get some clarity and realize that this is not what he wants. Because I've seen, I've seen that happen, if that makes sense. I've seen him, like, they get into a fight, right? And he sees it. He reaches out to one of us, right? And then he allows her to, if you're familiar with toxic relationships and trauma bonds, this is it, right? He knows, listen to me, I promise you, he knows what Kelly is doing. He knows that she is selling her ass. I'm gonna tell you now, like, there's been some FOIAs done, and there are calls to 911 by her. This is only going to find out. It's only gonna end badly. He has to realize that she's been this way her entire life. Yo, this is not a once in a blue thing. It's not. But I don't think that that's secrets, though, because she got on the internet and she told the internet he was an abuser, right? It happens. It happens. Hi, Jasmine. I feel so, I get it. And also, let me just clear this up since she mentioned it. Number one, people can get parental rights not being blood related. We did that with Lori. I don't know if you missed that, Kelly, but we did. All right. I gave that. I do too. I do too. I gave that man, meaning her ex, okay, I gave him everything he needed to go and file for parental rights and then some type of guardianship, and he didn't. In my opinion, if you are leaving that kid in that environment knowing what's going on, then you know better. She doesn't have custody of the older one, correct? I know she's getting high. Jonny told me she's getting high. He is, I agree. Yeah, he was clean before I left. I know he was. I know that Jonny and I really talked about stuff like that. He was clean when he got there. That's a fact. And it's really, Jonny is mascot Jonny. It's really sad to see, same, but here we are, right? I think that this has been her entire life, y'all. Her entire life. She has always been this way. It's not like she stole from the people on the internet. And I also, just so everybody understands, I never said that Jonny scammed anything. So I don't know if she's lying to him and saying that I said that. I never said that. What I did say is that he knows now. He knew in June. I promise you he did. He knew in June that all of this was going on. And he was apologizing to me because I was stuck dealing with it, because I was. So I don't know if maybe she didn't see all the text messages. He never once told me stop bringing it to me. Hi, Chuck. All right. Also, I blocked both of y'all. So I don't know why you'd even lie about that. That's kind of weird. All right. But my last text message to you delivered, Kelly. It sure did. Also, you're going to be pleased to know that somebody's working on a video, okay, where this is my text message delivering. Don't tell people you blocked me, you weird bitch. I blocked you after I sent this text message. All right. Hi, sis. You'll be pleased to know that somebody is working on an edit of putting together every time you said my name. Should we take bets how many times she says my name in that video before it gets released? I agree. I blocked her before I did that live. And in my text messages with Jonny, I said I blocked her. So why lie? Why would you lie about something so fucking simple? But I promise you, he was apologizing to me, not the other way around. All right? 66, nah, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be more than that. But he never told me, ever told me to stop talking to him about it. He was coming to me, asking me questions. It's definitely going to be over 100. The camo bag is what did it. I went to pick up a few things and saw the bag on the table, so I looked in it. Yep, everything he said was in there. I asked her about it this morning, and she showed me it was empty. Drove that bag to my job site just to show me it was empty. The camo bag was Kelly's go bag for her hooker activities. But he was asking me, my hi, this is Jonny. This is Jonny. What's going on right now? That's not Jonny. That's not Jonny. Okay? When he found out that there was no attorney, okay?
And go away. I mean, honestly, just go away. Drop everything. Stay the fuck offline. and stay away from everybody. Don't comment. Don't say a fucking word. And you're right. She should have been doing that from the beginning. She should absolutely, as soon as all this started, she should have never replied and just did what she had to do. But I don't know. Again, I'm going to be gone as soon as ASAP. I'm out of here. I'm staying at a hotel tonight. She already knows that. I'm over it. I'm just over it. I really can't. I can't even. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to sound like a sissy or anything, but I was like bawling. I was in tears when I found all this stuff out. Right? Like I can't even cry anymore. I can't even cry anymore. It's that bad to where I can't cry anymore.
Sorry, y'all. This is Jonny. That over there ain't Jonny. He had no fucking idea that this was happening. I wasn't twisting his mind. I'll drop all these text messages right now and it's still gonna be the fucking truth. Okay? I stopped talking to him. Not the other way around. Sorry, y'all.
I don't understand why she wouldn't think you'd figure it out either. Like, this is what you do. You have friends in high places. You can get information. People offer you information. Like, how did she not know this wasn't going to happen? I mean, I don't understand it. And her whole attitude, was just, I don't care. Like, that's what really kind of pissed me off. Like, how can you sit there and say you don't care? Because it's all lies. Well, how is everybody lying when they have tangible evidence that I can actually see, proof, and you haven't shown me anything yet? Weird. I mean, it's fucking blows my mind.
I found the love.
Jonny, I don't know what, ready? You want to hear this, Kelly?
Today when you and I were talking and I mentioned that she recorded that one dude but didn't record her conversation with Brian, and then you asked me, well, how do I know that wasn't a client? That's what got me thinking about all this. That's when I started putting pieces together, like the bath. Leaving the house this morning dressed like that for one, you wouldn't want to dress like that around a bunch of construction dudes anyways. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go to a job site looking like that. There's been a million ladies on my job site and they never dress like that because I don't care how hot it is. You don't dress like that at a job site full of men. You just don't do that. Told me she works for a construction company. She's drives around, checks on jobs, does payroll. I mean, she has another phone, but that don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like, having a work phone doesn't mean anything. That could be for, oh God, I feel sick to my stomach. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Leaving the house dressed like that. She immediately comes home and soaks in the tub. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Is this is me or is that him? That sounds like him, right? Because I was just telling him everything that as it was coming through. June 10th. Okay? Jonny, get out of there ASAP. June 9th. Okay? Hold on. Hi, villain. Sorry. What up, Chris? I got a little behind on this job with everything that is going on. Plus, yesterday being Sunday, I couldn't get them to pick up the dumpster. I spoke with Lara. I don't know if she's still here. I'm going to, but buy a bus ticket for tomorrow morning and I'll be gone quickly and in a hurry. I'm so disgusted by all of this. I said, do you want me to get you a hotel for the night? Those messages really sucked. Oh no, thank you. I can get one. I appreciate you though. I said, I just think it's bad. You don't deserve it, and it's not something that you should have to deal with. You deserve honesty. He said, I'm not dealing with it. And I told her that. I said, Lara's worried you won't leave. She should have just told me the truth. At least I would have tried if she did. I said, I get that. He said, I know she is. I spoke with her. Lara also knows how disgusted I feel when I'm around her, and I hate saying that, but it's the truth. I said, I'm sorry, it's not your fault. It's completely on her. He said, I gave her so many outs. I said, she's going to attempt all forms of manipulation. That's all it is. Okay? If I give you several outs and you still lie to me, that is my biggest issue. I can't build a life with someone based on lies. Yet, what, 8 months later, you're making videos talking about me? Lying about me? The fuck does my ex's record have to do with me, Johnny? She stole from people a year ago. Okay? You had all of the texts with the DMs with the ex, right? Which is weird because she also told you that those were fake texts. She told you that the messages, I don't know, JJ, are you still here? What up, Crazy Chrissy? She told Johnny that the text messages that I don't remember who dropped them. Hi, somebody, because I didn't see it. All right. Not the audio. Whose text messages were they? Were they Nicole's or Shelly's? She told him they were fake. She told them that they were fake, which is also what she told me. I was giving her ways to disprove them. But in this conversation, all right, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. In this conversation, all right, he says, are they real? And I didn't watch the videos when they came out, to be honest. I didn't watch them, but my mods did. Okay? Hold on. I'm looking for it. And I said I didn't watch them, but my mods did, and they say they're real. She was lying to him. Hold on. I'm looking for that conversation. But he says in this conversation, he says that he didn't oh wait, you were blamed for it? Why would you do that? JJ has them up on her YouTube. What up, Jeff? I hope you're doing all right. Hold on. Here we go. I hope you're having a good weekend. I hate to bother you with this, but I'm seriously conflicted. What do you think about these texts and calls that were released? I just need to know how to feel about this. It's driving me crazy a little bit. I said, sorry. Remember, Stewie, this is when you were being blamed for that Reddit account. It's in it. Probably not. All right. Stop. Wait, what page? Do you know the name of the page? Why would you make a page? No, I don't think you would do that. I said I've been in Disney all weekend. I haven't seen them. I know about them in context, but I haven't seen them for myself. I'm more concerned. Hold on, y'all. I'm more concerned with, hold on, I'm sorry, I lost it. I'm more concerned with the fact that I texted Kelly yesterday and asked for the receipts for the GoFundMe and that text was ignored. Weird. I was thinking of texting you this morning because from context, it sounds like Kelly hasn't been clean and I was worried about you being put in a bad situation. Weird. It's not good, that's for sure, but I haven't seen any of it. I've been in Orlando all weekend. He said, no, I didn't know that. She didn't say anything to me. No, none of this is good. I just wanted to know if those texts are really fake. I said, I haven't seen them, but from what I've heard, they are. This is what Kelly was telling me. She was telling me the texts were fake. She said, I'll ask her about the GoFundMe. I'm not happy all this popped off when I gave my whole life up to be here. I said, you're not stupid, Johnny. I think this is a bad idea for you. I'm your friend and I will support you, but if I didn't say at least this, I'd feel terrible. Okay? I reached out to you for that reason. I trust you over anyone. I said, I don't know specifics because I'm being drugged into everything. I have called today with someone that I trust and I'm really leaning towards that. But there were things mentioned in those texts only Kelly knew. Okay? He said something feels off. That's what I was afraid of. I said, if something feels off, then you need to cut it off now before it's too late. No one knew where we were meeting for the kitten. That's true. In the texts that Kelly and the ex Brian, it says Lake City. Nobody knew that. And I knew that. So when she was telling me that these texts were fake, I was like, well, how would they know that we met in Lake City for me to get the cat? They wouldn't. The only people that knew where I was getting that cat was me, Stewie, John, Kelly, and whoever Kelly told. So how could the people that, if these text messages were fake, right? And JJ and Nicole or whoever the fuck, Shelly, was making these text messages, how would they have had the right location? They wouldn't have. As a matter of fact, even after I got the cat, people said that we met in Daytona Beach, which was not factual. Kelly would have known the location, right? Right, exactly. So I said, no one knew what, he said, I told her to just be honest with me. That's it. I wouldn't have cared. I said, listen, I know you're in a tough spot. I get that. But at the same time, all right, this can be very bad because you're in a bad spot. I sure did. I get that because I'm the same way. Her not even responding to my text is pretty telling. Okay? Yeah, facts. Now I'm the one left dealing with the bullshit. No matter what, if they're honest, at least you could trust their words. And that's how I feel about it. John will tell you, I don't give a fuck if you want to tell me the worst thing on the planet. Tell me the truth. If you lie to me about it, I'm going to be pissed off about the lie. If you're at least honest with me, we could figure out what to go from. Betty, right? We could figure out where to go from there. But if you lie to me, I'm going to be more pissed off. Okay? He said, exactly, that's all I wanted. I said, apparently the ex paid for the vet bill, which would be a serious issue because she fundraised for the cat. So where did that money go? Weird. He said, I'm going to ask her about the GoFundMe because I want to know. I said, it doesn't look good at all. He said, when this happened, she deleted her apps. Why run? If they're fake, why run? I said, even still, it's not right to post her nudes on the internet, but the money, there's a problem here. My mods watched the text. They say it's 100% her. He said, I had a feeling it was true. I said, is she telling you it's not? She said they're all fake. Okay? She said they're fake. Those text messages were not fake. You want to know how I know? I spoke to him myself. I said, yeah, I don't think that's true. That side, meaning JJ, Nicole, and Fruit Cocktail, or BL and that crew, they wouldn't have known where I was getting the cat. Hi, Wendy. They wouldn't have known that information. Okay? He said, I just want honesty. I said, I get that. I don't know if you're going to get it there. I don't know. I don't know. He said, yeah, a few things didn't make sense. I told her I won't get mad. I just want the truth. I have a code, and I won't bend that code for anyone. And yet here you are. Where is this, Johnny? I said, I'm concerned about the using. I said, you're in a difficult spot emotionally and being anywhere near that isn't good. Because remember, his mom had just passed, right? He said, I haven't seen anything like that. I've been with her to the clinic every morning. I told her how I feel about drugs in general. I don't even go near the pot. I said, I almost texted you yesterday morning, but I didn't. I didn't want to come across as I'm trying to make you change your mind. It just altogether is not a good thing. That's possible too, but it appears there's use recently. He said, I'm going to try to talk to her one more time. I appreciate you. I really do. So where am I trying to force my facts on him? I said, I mean, it's crazy she didn't answer my text. If I post receipts for Publix fundraising, everybody has to. Period. I said, so in the text, she says she can't stay clean in Albany. Okay? The ex said something about her using while he was on the phone, but I don't find him that credible either. He said, absolutely. I went at Danny for the same thing. I told her, don't make me that person. I won't be a hypocrite. Here we are. Spitting into people that were your fucking friends' faces. I don't remember, to be honest. But I promise you, everything that Brian has said has come to be true. Every single part of it. I said, yeah, it's a lot. I won't watch the videos because I'm sure it'll just piss me off. But the ignoring of my text is crazy. You came to me. I'm talking about Kelly now. Kelly came to me for every single fucking thing that she needed. Okay. But I asked for receipts and it was crickets. Brian is the ex. Kelly's ex. He said, see, I didn't know that. I said, right? Okay. I will continue to do so, but the money is completely different. It is something that I cannot look away from. All right. I got her out of being called out for the money that she owed. Okay. Now I'm in the middle of it because there's money owed. I paid it back. So just so you know. He says, I told her, just be honest and we could fix it. That's all. I said, well, I think that's what will dictate the situation. He said, it absolutely is. I don't know how much about it, but I'm going to find out. I said, those calls are definitely him, but he's probably pissed off. John did the same shit when I blocked him. And that's the truth. He said, I didn't listen to the calls. I did see the text. They don't look fake to me. I told her if something was going on before I got here, I understand. Just be honest and we could fix it. But if you're going to lie about it, then you'll lie about other stuff. And that's what's hurt. That's what hurts. And that's it. Relationships should be built on that foundation. I said, agree. I can't tell you how to feel or what to think. Don't drop her at in this chat. Somebody can message. I don't want her getting views from over here. I can't tell you how to think or what to feel, but it doesn't look good. So where's me trying to melt? What did they say? Blend his mind. Where's any of that? Because I haven't gotten there. Yeah, don't do. JJ has it on YouTube. He said, thank you. I really appreciate you. And I reached out because I needed someone honest. Hi, Beans. I said, it's a shitty situation. All of us are in a shitty situation. And she just kind of left us here to deal with it. Kind of fucked up. He said, that's what I said. I asked her not to delete the apps. I said, it looks bad. It looks like there's something to hide. I said, yep. He said, I told her we're all going to sit down and talk about it. And I mean all of it. I want the truth. And if she's lying, I'm going to go home and see if I could salvage any of my life because I gave it up to be here. Amen, Abby. I said, I'm sorry. He said it would be different if she had just been honest from the jump. I didn't care what she did before I got here. I think that everybody can agree with that. So the least she could do is just be straight up with me. My family was pretty mad. I left so soon after my mother passed. I gave all my work to other contractors. I rushed this because she wanted me to. I gave her that. Now she could give me honesty. And if not, I gotta go. I won't bend that code for anyone, no matter how I feel about them. I said, I truly am sorry, and I hope that she's honest about it. I just don't have a good feeling about it. We just got back from the police station, so I didn't have a chance to speak with her yet. She knows this is eating me up, though. The police asked us both not to post anything after the court date. I don't know what to do, villain. I really think I fucked up. I want to believe her so badly, but I have to use my head and not my heart. Okay? I said, my gut says leave. Hi. I said, I'm sorry. I just posted on Facebook that I'm done. I also asked her for receipts. There is zero reason why she can't give them to me. He said, thank you, villain. I said, I don't know why she can't send me anything but proof of where that money went. I was being, if y'all remember this, right? I was being attacked for her shit. Okay? I'm being attacked left and right for her shit. This isn't me. This was her behavior. Okay? He said, I asked her to. She said she'll send you everything after she meets with the lawyer. I told her none of this is making any sense. Just send it and be done. If there's nothing to hide, just do it. She keeps saying I had access to the ring cam, and I did, but I couldn't see inside the damn place. So what does that prove? Nothing. There's too much, and it doesn't make sense, and it hurts. I said, yeah, I don't know, man. There's so much I didn't know about, and I really hate that patterns are a thing. I just hate to judge off that, but apparently there's a history. Again, before I even knew everything. Okay? June. But I don't know what I said. I know you had access to the Ring camera, but I don't know what that entails, you know? He said the cameras were just outside. I couldn't see inside. So I don't know if what they were doing inside. What is he saying? Because at this point, I'm talking to the ex, right? I said, oh, I mean, the truth is he's an ex. It's not so much his words that I believe. It's the things she was saying that are concerning. He said, well, I asked her to please send everything to you after she meets with the attorney. Please let me know if she does. If not, I'm leaving because right now you are the only person I trust 100%. I told her this could all be fixed and I just to send you the proof and be done. I said, okay, I'll let you know. He said again, I hate having to ask this of you, but I don't want you to bring into my personal relationship with her. But after this stuff came out, I just don't trust anybody but you. I said, well, unfortunately, because of this, I don't know that many trust me. Because remember, I was left dealing with the fallout. I agree. He said, I'm sorry for all this. It isn't fair to you, and I'm sure not many will trust me either. I mean, she knows I'm having second thoughts about this. It's a little weird here, and he pulls all this shit. If they were together and she just didn't tell him until last minute, then that basically makes me a home wrecker, and I'm not okay with that. I said, I don't know about a home wrecker. From what I understand, their relationship was transactional. It's not fair to me. If I post receipts, I expect those I associate with to do the same. I'm left cleaning up the mess, and I am not okay with it at all. He said, no, it's not okay. You should not have to clean up this mess. I asked her to please send you stuff. Her trust and our relationship depend on this proof right here. Well, that's weird. I really do care about her, and we could have worked out, but had she been upset up front, you can't hear? Right, it is still transactional, 100%. It looks good on my end. Okay. My stomach is in knots over this. I'm sorry. I can't imagine being in your shoes. It's easy for me because I just block her and move on. 6:30, June 3rd. No texts, no receipts. I'm not chasing her around for it. He said, I asked her when I was at work if she went. She told me that she had to go tomorrow because something had come up with him. She didn't tell you that? I really hate this. Why wouldn't she just tell you that? Seriously, what the fuck is going on? I'm tired of not sleeping because I don't know if I can trust her and she couldn't even respond to you. I'm done. I said, no, she didn't. I'm just letting you know that if there are no receipts, I will call the police myself. And did. Okay. Hi. Those people trusted me and they believed her. It's a shitty position. I'm sorry. It's shitty to put people in this position, but I would do it with anyone. Wrong is wrong. I know, and I'm sorry. The only reason I'm telling you is because you asked. You're a good dude. And I'm just going to be honest, you don't deserve it. The ex said something about her shooting into her hands. I saw her in person. I feel like I would have noticed tracks. I don't know about the things that he said, and I still haven't watched the first video. But the money and the inability to show receipts is a problem for me. If she gave an attorney $5,000, a receipt would be easy. I have every single receipt for every single fundraiser in Dropbox. Transparency is everything. People don't harass me about it because I show receipts even if I'm not asked to. It is. It took me years to build that reputation, and I'm not going to ruin it for somebody that I don't even know and appears has lied to me. If you need help getting out of there, hi, Dirty Smurf. Let me know and I'll make it happen. I know that you did want to believe her, but so did I. But there's just too many red flags for me to ignore right now. He said it's a problem for me too. Right is right. I want to see those receipts. Hi, Paisley. I did ask again because you're the only person that I haven't seen anything as far as drug use. I would have picked up on that. But those people trusted her and she needs to do right by them. This is before I had the telephone call with him where he said that there was paper towels blotted in the bathroom. I said, I don't believe that. I'm an ex-junkie with a nursing degree. I would have noticed that on her hand. I also had this conversation with Stewie, okay? I said, I get it. It's just crazy to me that she kind of has me out here taking all the heat and she can't even send me receipts. Right. He said, same, I'm taking a lot of shit. I said, yeah, but you have a lot of support too. My comments yesterday, people are mad at Kelly for taking advantage of you. He said, I don't know anything about the GoFundMe and I haven't really asked. I asked her to send you receipts and that's it. I said, apparently the ex said the money was gone and also he paid the vet's bill. This is before, okay? I haven't planned on watching the videos. I really don't plan on it either. My issue is with the money. 100%. 100% she did. He said, it's my issue as well at this point. I just want so badly to believe her. I just want to send this and be done with it. And if tomorrow comes and she doesn't, then I go home. Because I just can't be with somebody like that. I had her show me where she called the lawyer. So she did do that. But my issue is she didn't let you know that he wasn't around. So now remind me, there is an investigation. Remind me, the receipt that she just attempted, that fucking janky ass Cash App receipt, that was prior to this, right? So again, Jonny didn't even see proof of that fake receipt. She didn't think of that until way after, okay? I said, hindsight is always 20/20. It's strange she can't show a receipt. How would she have paid him? Right. I should have gone with my original stance and kept my distance after I said I didn't support the GoFundMe. Even though I said it a million times, it didn't matter and somehow it's still my fault. He said it shouldn't be your fault. This is wrong. All of it is wrong. I said, I mean, it's not my fault, but that doesn't mean people don't try to make it my fault. Fact. Okay. June 4th, I had Kelly removed from the server until there are receipts so you could speak freely in there. Thank you. I was worried about that. That's really the only place that I could find some peace of mind. You know that you're spitting in those people's faces, right, Jonny? Do you know right now that you are spitting in those people's faces? Those are donors in there, Jonny. Okay? You're spitting in their fucking faces. I said, she was taken out yesterday. I think people are concerned for you. He said, I told her before I left for work to show you those damn receipts so I could be done with this. She knows it's making me sick to my stomach. I don't know what the holdup is. I said, I don't think there are receipts. He said, I don't think there is either. And that really sucks. I'm just going to go home this weekend. I'm going to finish this job. I tried. I just wanted her to be the person she said she is. Okay? Then more likely she's lying to me about everything. I'm fucking heartbroken. Hi, Give a Talk. I said, I'm sorry. I would imagine it's super difficult. I do have a question. And if it's not too personal, you don't have to answer. Are you paying for everything? He said, no, not at all. I said, I just don't want you to be used. Then he answered me, and I didn't respond. I appreciate you, Kevin. I said, sorry, I was tied up. June 4th. Yeah, strange, because the gist I got from others is that she was like that with him. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I said, yeah, I would have sent it and been done. A lot of what is said doesn't make sense to me either, but the money I can't turn away from. Public fundraising is public transparency. He said, absolutely it does, and she knows this. I went after Danny for the same thing. She knows how I feel about it. I said, I get it. Wednesday, June 4th. Still no receipts. I'm going to go with there aren't any. I'm pissed off that she left me to deal with it and doesn't even give me the courtesy of attempting to prove it to me. He said, I don't know what to say. I'm seriously devastated. I said, same, but if I were you, I'd get the fuck out now so that 5 years later, and you're in much deeper. He said, she left me no choice. I begged for her to send it and just be done. She promised me. Hi, Carla. I said, according to the people that watched the text figs, she was begging him for money because she was late on rent. It was close to the GoFundMe amount. He said, oh my God, she promised me. I told her that people are attacking you and it's getting bad. Please just send them and be done. I said, I haven't watched them. She can't send what she doesn't have, Jonny. I know, but I didn't want to know. She knows what I gave up to be here. I said, that's unfortunate, but I'm starting to think that she doesn't care. She doesn't. And now here you are, 8 months later, okay? This is exactly how it went down, all right? And here you are, 8 months later, a completely different person. And we're supposed to believe that you're sober. He said, I'm going to tell her now I'm done. 2 days. She's had 2 damn days. She hasn't even shown me, and I'm right here. June 5th. So if she hasn't shown them to you, when did she show them to you? Because you're saying that you've seen the proof. I said, I'm sorry. Hey, hope you're doing okay. This is the day that I did the Kelly Live, okay? Hey, hope you're doing okay. If I don't get receipts before I wrap at work, I'm going to be live to discuss it. Yep. I've tried to hold out I've tried to hold out long enough, but it's not right that it's my problem, and I don't fucking deserve that. Congratulations, Maura. You don't deserve it. Okay? I sent him my screenshot of me texting her. He said, thank you. I've just asked her again. You've been an amazing friend to me. You need me to repeat that again? She knows that. I don't want anything messing up that friendship. She keeps asking me what's wrong. She knows this is bothering me. I said, it's crazy that I have to ask over and over again. I also didn't know that she was constantly name dropping me in videos. Hi, Cash App. How are you? There's a lot that I didn't know, but it's not fair for her to just leave us out here cleaning up this mess. No, it isn't, and I told her that. I've showed her messages people are sending me. I told her that you're being attacked as well, and it's not fair. If you didn't do anything wrong, show the damn receipts. She knows this is eating me up inside. I said it should be super easy. He said, plus, she promised me, so if she doesn't do it, I know damn well that it's that time. I said, I'm not getting why it's so difficult, right? Because according to their narrative now, the Cash App was sent before this, okay? I said, I don't know why it's so difficult. He said, because she can't care too much about it if she won't do this. And I'm sorry that you're being attacked for this. I really hate this. I said, it's not your fault, because the truth is people know me better than to support that type of behavior. He said, I don't know that. I don't support that behavior either, and she knows this. I said, I don't know, but my gut is telling me there aren't receipts. He said, mine too. May 21st, that payment was made. I said, anytime I've made a payment like that, I got a confirmation email. It shouldn't be difficult. He said, I really liked her. Absolutely. I said, I know, but this type of behavior doesn't align with what you believe in. It's better now than later. He said, I told her I can't defend her, and I don't know what's going on. I just want the truth. If she is lying about it, then she's probably lying about him. You're absolutely right. I'm not this type of person, and I could never be. I said, I don't know, man. I have a really hard time with liars. He said, same. If you lie to me about one thing, then chances are you're lying about all of it. I said, yep. He said, it sucks, and I'm sorry for all of it. Hi, D-Mac. How are you? I said, it's not your fault. I'm blocking her, though. Huh. Weird. I thought that, didn't she block? No? Weird. There's the last text message I sent her. Bang, bang, bang. He said she hasn't to me. I said, I'm not asking her to do it for the app. I asked for me because I'm the one left to deal with it. These are me and Mask Guy Johnny. He said exactly and no. I just knew the lawyer asked her to delete the account and stay off. Her attorney did say that, but I figured she may have another way to prove it. Again, I'm sorry, villain. You've been a great friend, and I care about all of you. You didn't deserve any of this. I blocked her. Thought you blocked me. Weird. I'm sorry, villain. It's not your fault. I should have gone with my gut originally. He said, me too. As soon as it all happened, I just wanted this to be real so bad. I said, I know, and I'm sorry. It just shouldn't be this hard. He said, it shouldn't. I'm committed to this job. After that, I'm going home. Morally, I leave this man hanging after I started this. So I'm going to finish, and then I'm going to leave. There's no attorney. There was no attorney. I said, I get that. It's difficult to be in this position, and it sucks. Don't ever trade your morals for anything or anyone. I never will. Jonny, there is no attorney on record. Why would that be? What? What the fuck? I moved my entire life. Okay? I said, you could call the court yourself. No attorney on record. Who did you hear her talk to? I missed my mother's actual burial because she needed me here ASAP. I thought it was her attorney. I said, did you hear him identify himself? No, I didn't. I said, wow, dude. He says, oh my God, I feel sick. I said, that's crazy. He said, I gave up everything. I gave away most of my stuff to move here. She pointed out his office that was there. I saw that in a text message. That's all. I said, just wow. Well, because you got to remember, if you go back to then, he thought that her life was in danger and she was being stalked. That's why.
Villain. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to fucking do. I know that I missed my mother's burial and I gave up my fucking life. I gave away my jobs. What the fuck, dude? All on a lie. All for a fucking lie. All for a fucking lie. I don't even know what to say. I feel sick, villain. I feel fucking sick. I'm so sorry. I feel sick.
I said, I don't know, man. He said, how did she not think I would find out? I said, if you want to leave, I will put you up in a hotel room. Liars never think they'll be found out. He said, I'm going to talk to the man I'm working for. I appreciate you, villain. I'm just so fucking hurt right now. I said, I know, but it's not good, Jonny. No, it's not. I'm leaving ASAP. This was it. Thank you. I said, I'm sorry. I'm doing a live, and I need to know what you once said because I'm sure that you're going to come up. Well, I'm still at work, so I didn't talk to her about leaving yet. If you could just mention that, I want to hear from me. Thank you, villain. I've been upset all day. I said, I know. I've been pissed. I also didn't know anything about a rescue dog with OG. And I'm like, what the entire fuck? I knew nothing about that, right? So, like, she's out here dropping my name in videos trying to make people think that, like, we're best friends. And we were not. I had no idea about a lot of this stuff, okay? He said, what dog? I know, and I appreciate you so much. I said, she had OG line up a rescue dog and then ghosted her. He said, what? So he didn't know either. Yeah, I can't take anymore. I'm just sick to my stomach, villain. I said, yep, just keeps coming. I had no idea. Now he comes to me, okay, June 6th. Hey, good morning. Nicole and BS Lady and the whole gang have been blowing up the phone at the police here. JJ, remember? Hi, Chanel. Remember, I said, I remember that. I think that's this. Saying that Kelly is using you to harass them. Is there any way you can call the officer and tell her? I said, what do you mean using me? I don't get it. Because remember, this is after my live. Okay? He said, I don't know. The officer called and said that Kelly and I are using you to harass them. Obviously, it's bullshit as Nicole and BS Lady are lying, but they have been blowing the officer up all morning. I said, why wouldn't the officer call me? Thank you. He said, may I have the officer call you, please? Is that okay? I just didn't want to give your number out. I said, I don't want anything to do with this. She's going to wind up in prison. I'm not leaving my number on a public record, and if that's the only way I have to speak to her. He said, I know you don't. I just called her to make sure this wasn't bullshit. I'm waiting on... I said, I don't believe anything anymore, just my opinion. Hi, dog lover. He said, I really appreciate this. Officer White asked us not to go online. That's why we didn't. Now they're saying we are using you to attack them, and obviously it's not true. When she calls me, I will let you know what she says. I said, yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that, and I don't want anything to do with that. Okay? He said, I got the attorney's number as well. I'll be calling him to get the full story and see what. I'll also let you know I'm done. I'll be leaving on Friday. He said, I know you don't. I said, I was writing a letter for the judge. I'm not even finishing it because I want no ties to it. He said, I understand. I said, there isn't an attorney. He would be listed on the case. There's no way. So, like, how is this all different? You know that, like, we all remember this, right? He said, I didn't even want to ask this of you, but I'm involved because she asked me not to respond and I haven't. I know, I'm just doing it for peace of mind. That's why I can tell her I called and know that there's no more lying to me. She just called me, no need to. I called her. They did call and say you made post on our behalf. I said that never happened. Weird. I said, strange. It is. I'm sorry to bother you with it. I said, you're good. I'm just not getting involved with anything tied to Kelly at this point. Weird. So, like, when did the whole I think you're fucking melting his mind. That's what I think. I think you are manipulating the fuck out of him. And he is too far down that path to fucking see it. I understand, I'm not either. I just want to finish this job and go home. There's no repairing this. I even gave her an out, said I will help her with whatever, just be honest, and I couldn't even get that. It's devastating, but now I know and I could move on. I said, yeah, that's unfortunate. Thank you for everything. All I ever ask is for people to be honest with me. I said, yeah, I'm going to. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I honestly don't know why. I don't know if she's capable. Oh, don't worry. Okay, should I wait? Do you want me to make an appointment? You want me to make an appointment? You know you don't have to announce your departure. But, no, damn it. I'm not worried. These people are crazy. I don't think they understand. I think that their time is coming to an end. Very soon. Very soon. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun soon. We're going to have a lot of fun because it's going to be a lot of fun. Friday, June 6th. This is the shit I've been dealing with. That is a picture of you as its profile. I said, just block and ignore. I know. I was like, damn it. So I just want to know when I was... Oh, wait. You also lied to him about the eviction. They're crazy. There's never going to be a mugshot. They'll have mugshots way before me. I promise that. She's being evicted, Johnny. It was decided 6-3. He didn't even know about the eviction. What the fuck? I was already leaving, but this just sent me over. I said, I'm not really sure because I saw her rental app. There was nothing about an eviction at all, so I'm not sure, but it's on the docket. I'm working on it. He said, well, again, she won't tell me anything and I won't be in a relationship with the person that I can't trust. That's a good idea. I said, I don't blame you. It just keeps getting worse too. He said, I'm just done. Hi. Listen, it's freezing. I don't want to talk about it. Okay? I said, I'm sorry. I feel like it's just a mess. She's not making things better, posting shit like she is on Facebook because she looks ridiculous. She did people wrong. No one else. He said, I told her to give the money back and be done. I gave her so many chances and outs, but I keep getting lied to. I said, she has no intentions in doing that, Johnny. He said, I told her I would help her. I just need the truth and I got lies. I said, that's sad. She's going to wind up in prison. The fact is, there's no attorney on record. I said, put yourself in my shoes. I moved to you. Then you find out all this stuff. What would you think? I said, she doesn't care. You will leave and she will go back to dealing with Brian. He said, I know. I said, it's not worth it. I'm just being real. Your niece is really worried about you. She was in my live last night. I didn't react because I tried to leave you out of it. He said, I appreciate that. She is worried. She heard drugs and thought she would drive me to use. I said, don't do that. It's not worth it. He said, I would never. My niece is worried about that, though. I said, that's understandable. He said it is. She said she probably used my mother's death to get me here because I was vulnerable. I said, And look at where we are. Friday, June 6th. I paid Kelly's debt to the person. Okay. So, but the reports are being filed on the 1K. As they should be. I don't know how she thought that she would get away with it. The audacity of her with that Facebook post is fucking wild. He said, I'm so upset right now. I'll pay anyone who wants paid back. So, here we are. I'll do it because I feel stupid and I feel terrible that happened to them. I'm out of here. No, this is Jonny. I'm out of here Sunday. I just need to finish this job and get paid for it. It's a big job and I'm getting paid well, so I'll be happy to help any way I can. I feel terrible and I feel stupid. I said something to her and she said she paid Tracy back. I don't know. I just want to finish this job and go home. I said, you don't have to do that. It's not your problem. She was going to be called out for that money. I paid it back before it happened. She made one payment out of the $350 and I just paid the rest today. He said she didn't pay the whole $350. She told me she did. I said, I'm sorry. I know how pissed off I am, so I can imagine. No, I gave her the $350. She gave me back $150. And look, what is you? There's those same tired old receipts. Okay? Yes, give me a minute. Same tired old receipts that she keeps flashing around now, right? I said, that's my PayPal. He said, I'm so sick. I said, yeah, lots of good that did me. He said, I'm sorry. I said, she couldn't even give me the decency of receipts. Wild. Don't apologize, but I get it. I spent most of my day doing the same. People trusted her because I vouched for her. I had no fucking idea, yeah, that she was still making videos and name dropping me every chance she could. Can't send me proof of an attorney privately or post on social media, but just post it on fucking Facebook. This is crazy. I hope the 2K was worth her freedom. I would never do people the way that she is. She said she couldn't give me real proof either. So how did we get here where you're co-signing her lies? She sent me some text and I heard a call, but who knows? It could have been anyone. I said, do you not have a real receipt? And she said, yes, but it's handwritten and people will say it's fake. I said, okay, well, not just send the damn thing. I wouldn't do people like that either. It's not my nature. People tell me my biggest downfall is my heart. I have a big heart. I always have, and it's always fucked me over. I said, yeah, same, no more though. I'm done giving people access to shit on me and leave me dealing with the mess. That's not fair to me. He said it isn't. I said, there is no attorney on record. The least she could have done was be honest about it. I would have given her some credit, but she's not. She removed herself and left me and my supporters to deal with it. She's taking the coward's way out. He said, that's it. I just wanted honesty. I could have respected her more. I would have tried to help her. I told him, weak people lie. Amen. He said, she didn't want that. Yes, she is, unfortunately. Brian is in my DMs. June 7th. Oh no, today's the last day. How bad is it? I said, yeah, I think the sooner the better. He said, just need to be paid and then I'm leaving. I said, yeah, it's not good. He said, I don't know what to say. I was giving him Brian's text. Hold on. It's 100% for you. That's so that she could attempt to show you the narrative that she's pushing. That's first. Secondly, he doesn't have the tablet. In my opinion, this is my opinion, she is dumping that tablet because the IP can be traced and she doesn't want something found on that IP. It's really shitty to take your kid's laptop just to prove a narrative. But yeah, you need to get out of there. She is, yeah, I don't know, dude, I don't know.
My sister.
What's going on here?
I shouldn't have left to begin with. I shouldn't have left. I should have never left. I thought this was something different. It wasn't. I don't even know why she brought me here. Maybe she did think I was getting an inheritance. But I told her everything was getting left to my brother before I came down here. You know, my brother was whatever insurance money was there, the house, everything got left to him, and I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted to do what I did for my mother. Like, and she knew that, so she knew I had no inheritance. So I don't get any of this. It's just it floors me that she would still try to lie to me about all this. It just floors me.
Do you know when the tablet went missing? I do not, but I can find out. I see the person who came here was just a worker. Did BS lady send him here? Because he asked for Hannah, not Kelly. These are all screenshots of my conversation with other people that I was sending to him. He's talking about something else. I'm so disgusted by all of this. I said, do you want me to get you a hotel for the night? Those messages really sucked, but I needed to see them. Thank you. No, I appreciate you though. I said, I just think that it's bad. You don't deserve it, and it's not something that you should deal with. You deserve honesty. He said, I'm not dealing with it. I said, at the very least. He told her that. She should have just told me the truth. I would have tried to work with it. Lara knows how disgusted I feel when I'm around her. And I hate saying that, but it's true. I said, I'm sorry, it's not your fault. It's all on her. June 9th, Johnny, get out of there ASAP. He said, I am. What's going on now? Call me when you can. I said, I'm fucking astounded that she thinks I'm this stupid. Either that or she knows she's going to prison, so she's like, fuck it. It's bad, though. See this? That's when I turned the receipt into Brimberry's office. And if you could go to this website, okay, you see how large his office is. Okay? Keep me updated. Once you're out, the police are being contacted about the money. Because I wanted Johnny out of there before I started making moves criminally, right? Because I didn't want Johnny wrapped up in it. When he didn't leave, I made the decision to do it anyway. That was on him. He made that choice. I know. She said she's traveling today. I'll say this. The clothes she was wearing did not say professional environment. Hi. If you know what I mean. I'll keep you posted. I said, oh yeah, he told me to tell you something. Hold on. Well, I was there when the judge told us both not to speak about the internet. So that's the only true thing that has happened. I said, he doesn't feel like a bad dude. Hi, Hope. I said, what he says makes sense, and he cares about that little girl. He also says more than once that he went about it the wrong way, and he wishes he would have come to me first. Nothing could be done about that now. Okay? All I wanted was truth, and all I got was bullshit. I can't defend a liar. And I'm going to leave it. Oh, did you want to catch her lying, or do you not care at this point? He said, yeah, I'll catch her. Well, here's him proving, okay? She told him that her ex was, what was it? She told Johnny that she was meeting up with the ex or something like that, right? And it was a lie. The ex sent me his watch, okay, time-stamped the car that he was driving like this, okay? She lied. She said that the ex was like stalking her. It wasn't him. No. Okay? So, she doesn't have a construction job, all right? She lost that construction job when she stole from people, okay? Hold on. So, hold on. I'm sorry. What the fuck? So apparently a couple of years back, they gave her like a work phone, or they forwarded, I forget exactly what he said. They forwarded, like the receptionist calls to her phone. I ain't doing that. So when she stole, I think he said almost 20K. When she stole the money, when they tried to call to report that the money was gone, Kelly would delete the message. That's what she's on, funsies? That's what she's on papers for now, is that crime. Are you telling me she's selling your ass while you're there? They did. That's what she's on paper for. She's on paper for that crime, the construction company. She stole from storm victims. Yeah. I posted the witness statements in a video a little bit ago. He said, apparently, that's what I'm getting from this conversation.
Talking, and I mentioned that she recorded that one dude, but didn't record her conversation with Brian. And then you asked me, well, how do I know that wasn't a client? That's what got me thinking about all this. That's when I started putting pieces together, like the bath. Leaving the house this morning dressed like that, for one, you wouldn't want to dress like that around a bunch of construction dudes anyways. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go to a job
Just
site.
really quickly, also, your 81-year-old boss, Kelly, right? Did you didn't learn not to lie on FOIAs yet, huh? You did make a 911 call, but what were you really there for? Anybody? What were you really doing there? Just wondering. You know? Just wondering. I think that it's way past that now. Way past that now. It's weird, you know? What you could find out when you do a little bit of digging. But I don't know, like, how you don't understand that, like, you always get caught. Always. And you just don't care. You think that other people don't realize it, but they do. They do. So that's fucking embarrassing. Right. Payroll. Right. Well, why is she doing payroll for somebody that's retired? Anyone? No? That would be weird, right? I think so. Right. I agree, Jenny. And it's the only, I'm just going to be like clear. Jonny, no, you don't get to fucking make videos and lie about me when, why is it I have all the proof I need? How come y'all don't have any proof over there without like making it, you know? I agree. And it's sad. It really is sad, but it ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. I said, how did she think that I wasn't going to... My bad, y'all. They are. 100%. I can't figure out, like, how she saw this ending. That's what I don't understand. Like, how did you think... Like, did she think that I would just ignore it and, like, look the other way? Because there's no way she thought that I wouldn't find out. You know, so, what did you think was going to happen? Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She never thinks that far ahead, and she always gets caught, y'all. She always gets caught. She got caught with the Missing Persons Foundation, right? She ran real quick, paid that money back. She got caught with the construction company, and she's on fucking 10-year felony probation for that crime. She thinks she's slick, but she's not. She gets caught every fucking time. Hi, Danny. I hope you're doing all right. It is a pattern. 110% a fucking pattern. She has stolen from people her entire life. This is not something that just happened once and then never again. She continues to steal from people. And it's fucking unfortunate, but guess what? It ain't a me problem. It's not a me problem. And Jonny, hi.
Yeah. Hey, I had a fire at my house, and I don't know. Right now, we're waiting for the Red Cross. I'm okay. I burned my hand. My dog got out, thank God. And I'm in the back of an ambulance. All my stuff, everything's gone. But we're waiting to talk to the Red Cross and stuff. But I have no phone. I'm on my husband's phone right now. So I don't know when I'll be able to like let anyone know anything. And I saw you were live, so I just wanted to kind of come in and let everyone know where I am.
You send me your husband's number in my DM?
Yeah, or your email, or either one.
No. You could just send it to me in my DM, so I have it.
Okay, absolutely. I don't have a phone right now. Everything's gone, so
I'm sorry.
Okay. It's all right. My dog got out when I got out, and that's the most important thing. My landlord was amazing. Everyone was amazing. My hand is burned pretty good, but other than that, I'm all right. I'm not going to type to all you guys. I love you, but my right hand that I type with is hurting. So I got to worry about getting like all my meds, all that stuff is
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, everything's gone. So we'll figure it out. But if you guys don't see me, that's why I just got to get a phone and all my stuff set up and
Right. That's
money.
what. Yeah. Send me
So,
the numbers so that I could get in touch with
yeah,
you.
absolutely, hun.
All
So
right.
I'll get out of the box, but I
All
just
right.
this was the only way I thought of to like let you guys know where I
Okay.
was and stuff.
Okay.
So thank you
All right.
very
I
much.
hope that I hope that things go as well as they can, you know?
They will. It'll be all right, I'm sure.
All right. Yeah, of course. All right.
All
I'll
right,
talk to you privately.
okay, hun.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Can
Connecticut,
you?
I think. She's up north. I feel like she just can't. She hasn't caught a break, yo. And that's a lot. It's JJ. Remember I told you, when I looked at that FOIA, I said this was the thing that I said I remember this call because he tried to get me to call the cops, and I was like, I'm not, like, that was after my live. So I wasn't fucking doing any kind of something over there, you know? I wasn't getting myself involved at. And that's what's fucking crazy is that she hi Court. She said it was June 5th. It was the day after my live. Whatever that live was, it was the next day. And that's why I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, are you fucking why? Are you crazy? I wasn't putting, and that's why, like, what the fuck? This, I don't know, Vicky. She was paying Brimberry in sexual favors. Yeah, that's a fact. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, he wanted me to call the cop and talk to him about my life, but I was done at that point. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking finished. Like, if I'm doing a live about you, I'm not co-signing anything for you. There's a reason why that was done, but I find it strange. I don't know if he has access to these messages. And I don't know why she thinks that she's got anything defamation. Yes, I will. I will work on it when I end. Like, you are not bringing anybody to court for defamation. You're a fucking hooker that has stolen from people her entire fucking life. Where's the defamation? Where's the defamation? It's crazy to me. Blows my fucking mind. Take me to court. Call them. Call them. I don't know what's taking you so long. Because until you make an effort to pay these people back, yes, right, exactly. That's literally, you do that, I go away. Simple, easy peasy. Now, I can't promise you that the calls that I have made, I can't promise you that the calls that I have made won't have some type of consequences. Don't steal from people. Fucking blows my mind that you think that you're making videos talking about me. You stole from people. Nobody gives a shit. You could try to make this fucking parallel to my ex's record, okay? It ain't me. Until you got something over there on my record that says that I stole from somebody, then maybe you won't look so silly, but it's never happened. Even in active addiction, I hustled. I never took shit from nobody. You're crazy even trying to compare. John went to prison for his crimes. So, like, I don't understand. You can't compare the two. When you're held accountable for stealing from the people in my community, maybe then I won't have as much to say. You stole from my fucking friends, dude. We didn't forget that. You still owe people over here money. You owe me money. What the fuck? What kind of fucking reality is this? I don't owe you money. You owe me money, not the other way around. So you talking just makes you look fucking stupid. People were supposed to get refunds 2 Fridays ago. What happened? Nobody gives a fuck that you're being evicted, all right? Nobody gives a fuck because, like, what? I don't understand. These people gave you money because they thought you needed it. You fucking stole from them. Full stop. Full stop. You could try to, I don't know. She owes me money, not the other way around. Fuck out of here. This eviction is in Jonny's name, not hers, but you know. Yeah. Also, there's, I mean, I didn't really dig into it, but there's nothing mold related in the court that I've seen yet. So I don't believe that either. I think it's an eviction. Because just like, I don't know, beautiful, the ex said that she's got a pretty detailed, what's the word? She's got a pretty detailed routine as far as the drug tests, but and I listen, you think it's a joke. I sent your Dropbox files to other people with larger platforms than mine, so that they could confirm what I'm saying is the truth, because maybe the Mug Hater Club won't listen to me. Maybe they'll listen to it from them. Because you fucking stole from these people. And it's embarrassing that you try to get up on here and talk about anybody. Like, that's embarrassing. I don't know what you think. I don't know why you think people give a fuck. You could keep the Mug Hater Club. Keep them. 10 of them. Take them. I don't give a fuck. But when she steals from you, I don't want to hear it. And I say this all the time. Like, people think that they get, what's the right word? They get like emboldened, right? Because they have the support of the Mug Hater Club. That ain't shit compared to what I got. I just don't feel the need to flex the support that I have. How many's? Crazy. If I find out that that's the case, Dorothy, I'm going to lose my ever-loving shit. Okay? And I'll just leave it at that. But like, you didn't know me, but you put my name, you gave my name to your CPS worker? Does that even sound right? I would, listen, if I had because there's a lot of corruption in the town she lives in. That's why. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing, two of a kind. It's so embarrassing. And hey, listen, if anybody has any questions and wants to see some proof to any of the shit that they say over there, just contact me. I'll give it to you. Because I ain't putting it public. I ain't giving them that type of attention publicly. But other people have seen everything. There is everything that they say is all been disproven. I just don't do it publicly. I share it privately so that like everybody could get some laughs. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't doubt it. What up, Riley? I would not doubt it. Yeah, it's right. And that's the thing too, right? We weren't even talking when it came time for that court date. Why would you put my name on that document? And then she didn't even show up. And also, for anybody that didn't see that court hearing, allegedly, no. Last time I talked to him is in October. Right. And remember, I was like, what the fuck? Chisman, it's a thing. But that's why I went above them. Right? When I wrote that statement and I sent it where I sent it, I went to people above that. There's a lot of corruption where she lives, 110%. But the ATA that I've been in contact with, that's a thing. That's a thing. And I'm not going to stop until you're held accountable for what you did over here. It's just that simple. I will keep coming up with angles and keep coming up with ways to put you in fucking prison for what you did. Because you can't take accountability yourself. You know, it's always easier to do it that way, right? Hi, Green Eyed Girl. I hope you're feeling all right. It's always easier to take accountability yourself and attempt to right some of those wrongs. But since you can't do it, I will fucking do it for you. because these are my friends you stole from. The audacity is fucking wild to me that you think that you could just get up on here and lie or talk about anybody else. The fuck do I use your name? How do I get money from your name? Do you think you have a name or like a good name? Because Lord, you don't. Nobody is making money off your name. If anything, you, whore, got money using my name. And now you've been called out for it, right? So you could fucking lie to those people all you want. We know over here. We know how shit happens. We remember how shit happens over here. Do I have to cross out? On public stuff? No. It just pisses me off. Like, who the fuck are you to talk about anybody? You can't even tell the fucking truth. Let me tell you something. It takes a stronger person to be a truth teller. All right? Liars are fucking weak. They're cowards. They're afraid to face the consequences for their actions, so they fucking lie. It is a lot harder to tell the truth. And you're a weak bitch. In more ways than one. I'm sure, like, start doing Kegel exercises or something. You know what I mean? Jonny, I can't even fucking believe what you're doing for that. She is a fucking prostitute, Jonny. A thieving prostitute. The fuck are you doing? Also, I will repeat, I support sex workers. I don't support people that steal from people and then lie and blame other fucking people for it. Yeah, there's no, You can't, like, that's crazy to me. Crazy. You could sit here and report it's not going to go down. I don't know why we always have to have this conversation. It's embarrassing. It would never be me. It'll never be me. Ever. It is embarrassing. And like, what are you doing? The people that really cared about you, you're pushing them away now. For her? The woman who lied, I can't even call her a woman. The person that stole from your friends, continued to lie to you, does not even tell you the truth, sleeps with other people behind your back for fucking money. That's who you're choosing? Told the internet that you're a domestic abuser and the rug problem is yours, right? And you fucking make videos defending that? Weird. Legitimately a different kind of specimen. You chose not to leave when you knew. Even an active addiction, though. Like, right, the clown mask was so fucking perfect. Like, I was like, really? Like, how appropriate is this? You know? It was fucking terrible. I know, it's so sad. It really breaks my heart for him. It hurts my heart for his fucking family, right? He has family members right now that are going through cancer treatments. And you're choosing, Jonny. You're choosing somebody that doesn't fucking respect you enough to give you the truth. Lies to your fucking face. That's what you're choosing over your family. Like, what reality is this? This is not the Jonny I knew. No, he's not sober. He's not sober. If you watch the replay, you'll see me talking about his niece was in here, and I read off some of her messages, and I don't, like, this is the problem. You don't know. You could keep lying. You could keep lying over there, but I promise you, you have no fucking idea what I have on you. You have no idea how much proof I have. Those photos, I pulled those off a fucking video, okay? You got up on this app and you said you met with an attorney in the parking lot. No, the fuck you didn't. No, you did not. That's a lie. There was no attorney. Full stop. Full stop. So you expect us to believe that there was an attorney hired, but the receipt, not there. He wasn't at the court date. This is what we're okay, perfect. Thank you. That's what we're supposed to believe? No attorney. Anybody could watch. Allegedly has that channel, okay? Allegedly has that court hearing posted on her channel. There was no attorney. There was no attorney. She does say, my attorney told me. She's lying. She's lying. My attorney told me that he doesn't normally deal with warrant bullshit. If you had an attorney, he would have been there to represent you. You're a fucking liar. And you wouldn't need an attorney if you're on the side of the prosecution. Exactly. I know. Allegedly cracks me up. All right. I'm going to go deal with the rest of my water issues. Okay. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're a fucking liar. If there was a federal case, we'd see it. I would be able to access that case via Pacer. Weird. You know, it's fucking unfortunate. But guess what? Y'all, when you lie, it's gonna fall apart. And that's just the truth of it. All right? When you lie about something, you have to continue to lie to cover that lie. I said it before and I'll say it again. Had she got up on this bitch and told the fucking truth, I would have had nothing to say. Had she got up on this bitch and said, I fucked up, I relapsed and I lied to people and I took their money and it didn't go to what I said it was, and started making an attempt to pay these fucking people back, I have fucking nothing to say. But you're not about to get up on this app and fucking lie about giving them refunds when you owe me fucking money. You owe me money. If you owe me money, what the fuck you owe everybody else money too? And that's what you're forgetting, all right? I have the receipts. I have the donations that people gave to you, all right? This, I speak for them. They don't fucking have platforms to tell people what you've done to them. Okay, I do. And I will make sure that everybody on this fucking app, this is a very small little corner of TikTok, I have ties everywhere. On all different sides of TikToks. And it is very easy to share a fucking Dropbox file. Everybody on this app will know that you are a lying, thieving, scamming hoe. Truth never changes. So, ain't nothing but to share a Dropbox file. Going private ain't gonna fucking help you, bitch. We know that you're a thief. Take a gander in JJ's YouTube comment section. Those people are the people that fucking donated to you. And it's fucking sad, Johnny, that you're choosing somebody that is lower than a piece of fucking dog shit over the people over here that supported you. Don't contact me again trying to get away from her. The answer is no. You don't get to fucking make videos and lie about me and then come to me for fucking help to get away from her when you have a clear thought in your mind. Don't come crying over here. Absolutely fucking not. I pinned one of JJ's comments in the videos that I posted about Kelly recently. I spoke to him about it. He's got the Dropbox file because I just wanted him to verify the things that I was saying was factual. So what he chooses, I just wanted, because the Mog Hater Club seemed to believe her, okay? He's got the proof. Maybe they'll listen to him. I hope that everybody has a good night. Don't be a piece of shit today, all right? It's pinned on one of the shorts that I posted yesterday. So that I know, and it really breaks my heart, y'all. It really does, because I know he's better than that. I know he's better than that. Get the fuck away from her. Blind your eyeshadow, ladies. Stop. Don't be a piece of shit today. Okay, don't come lying and stealing from people on the internet and then pop up on another side of a fucking TikTok thinking that you're doing something you're not. No, when you're held accountable, I will have fucking nothing to say. But until then, you could best believe that every fucking day I'm making phone calls to make sure that you're held accountable with that Dropbox file. Okay? All right. I hope that y'all have a good day. Ryan, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Pray for Erin and her family also. And I will see y'all soon.